They're the leaders at the forefront of Canada's response to the crisis in Ukraine. Deputy Prime Minister Christina Freeland, National Defence Minister Anita Anand, and Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly. All critical roles, all filled by women.
I think it's really unprecedented in world history.
Sylvia Beshevkin is a political science professor at the University of Toronto and author of Women as Foreign Policy Leaders.
We're seeing not just Canada, but also many of the European allies really putting forward powerful women, very coherent and cogent speakers on behalf of how the world needs to respond to this crisis.
It holds extra significance as March marks Women's History Month, where the accomplishments and contributions of women are highlighted around the world.
The consequences are real, and they will bite.
Christina Freeland, a former journalist, she was once the deputy editor of the Financial Times. She has worn many hats in Justin Trudeau's cabinet, but made history as the first woman to be appointed Minister of Finance, tabling a budget that included a national child care program. Now, her expertise on Eastern Europe is being leaned on heavily.
It really matters in a cabinet. You're not reliant so much on outside experts, because these are people who know the history, they know the players, and they have a very clear idea of what's likely to happen.
While Putin's attacks have steadily intensified, so has our military support for Ukraine.
Anita Anand, a lawyer, former law professor, and woman of color who holds 4 degrees. She was elected into office in 2019. Anand was thrust into the spotlight as procurement minister tasked with acquiring vaccines during a global pandemic. Now, national defense.
She's been right out there speaking directly about harassment and assault and violence against women in the military. And I think this government needs to push those points forward, because if our military is going to be involved in defending NATO allies in Central and Eastern Europe, then we have to believe that our military is going to do the right thing, including in its treatment of women in the military.
Russia lied. They lied to Ukraine. They lied to all of us.
And Melanie Joly, also a lawyer who practiced at 2 major law firms in Montreal.
These are women who come out of jobs where they are often communicating with the public in their pre-political lives. So I think they've taken those skills, and I think they've really done an outstanding job.
Beshevkin says while she believes this is a turning point in history, there are still more obstacles to overcome.
There is certainly a hateful minority out there that is not willing to, to admit the possibility that these women may be as good as or better than men in politics. And I think International Women's Day gives us an opportunity to think about the contributions that all these women have made from all their diverse backgrounds, and the ones they continue to make despite all the obstacles.
Natividad, City News.